Good morning from America's newest woos. From America's newest woos, Kalita. From America's newest news, Kalita. All televis. We're live. Good morning, everybody. How are you? Good morning. Welcome to Pink Shorts. This is ALCUUCLA. This is ALCUUCLA, and we are watching Sirius. Show them what we're looking at here. Yeah, show them what we're looking. Absolutely. Good morning, everybody. How are you? We're doing good. Very good. We're all right. Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Let's get to our show here. Scandal last night. How was it? It was amazing. I liked it. I really liked it. It was amazing. You like Scandal? Yeah, I liked it. It was nice. We're waiting for NHL here. NHL. NHL. We're going over our scores here. Give us just a few minutes here. Yesterday's scores, Red Wings versus the Lightning. Maple Leafs. Good morning, everybody.
So I just gave it all, and like I said.
Well, good Lord, what was that? Yeah, what was that? Hello, Steve Cooley.
He's coming out of a small area, end zone style, 3-on-3.
The Red Wings, the Lightning,
not playing rep hockey
3 to
for 3
5.
years.
That's
An
right.
example is
Maple Leafs 3 to 1 versus the Predators. Predators lost. Oh, the Predators.
If you love it enough and practice enough.
She's my favorite one.
As we've seen, number 34
She's the favorite.
Philip McKee, executive director.
She's my favorite.
Thank you for this. I wish you all the best, and if you need any help,
she's my favorite player.
You know where to find me, okay, Philip?
Sounds great. Have a great day.
You too. Philip McKee on
the Senators versus the Wild, 1 to 5. Sharks versus the Oilers, 2 to 3.
Really, it should have been something that was full mandated.
Yes, absolutely.
Coming out of what
We're
was
in the locker room.
Disappointing Nagano Olympics, which actually weren't as disappointing.
We're shaving. What are they doing?
Well, Team Canada played better in Nagano than they probably did in Salt Lake.
Get away from the faucet.
People forget. Belarus was there, and their best game was in the final. But anyway, I digress.
Today in NHL, the Penguins versus the Rangers, the Madison Square Garden, Manhattan. Devils versus the Islanders, Barclays Center, New York City. Devils versus the Islanders. United Center, Blue Jackets versus the Chicago Blackhawks.
Needed a bit of a kickstart.
Don't kickstart us. Don't kickstart us. Faucet. Anthony Faucet.
Tennessee. Jamie McLennan was
St. Louis Blues versus the Avalanche today at the Pepsi Center. And Capitals versus the Coyotes at the Gila River Arena. Today on the NHL. TV Guide. Tonight on Dateline. Today shows NBC 31. Yeah, 31.
1995 Masters champion, Gentle Ben Crenshaw. On Crenshaw and Golf, I am the Walrus with the Walrus.
I've got to edit this. Let me edit this.
And 1987's winner, Larry Mize, on the Larry Mize Show.
I'm still speechless by the fact that I get to come back here every year.
This is ALCUUCLA Pre med30. NBC 31. Good Lord.
Peterverse and McKern with you. The push to the playoffs is on, and we
Let
have
me
you
update
covered right
this for
here
you.
on NHL Network Radio.
Make the Silver Six Awards returns. Who's
I
the
gotta
historic
update
goalie and
this.
rookie of the year? Final the nominees on Monday, April 3rd.
And tune in on Monday, April 10th to hear the winner.
The
All right,
Stanley Cup
here
playoff
we
game on
go.
Wednesday, April 12th.
Let's see
Before the
what's
final
on
tonight, tune in for
Dateline
the
tonight.
Fantasy Draft Special on April 10th at 6 p.m.
Oh,
Eastern.
And don't forget, you can hear every game of the
don't
Stanley Cup
forget.
playoffs live on Sirius.
Hi, I'm Eric
Not,
Alper, host
you
of
know.
At That Eric Alper Show.
Good morning,
Right
everybody.
here on Sirius XM. Each weekend, I'll be going behind the music headlines, having conversations with musicians.
Tonight on
and
Dateline
experts,
about
all talking about
VS.
the music that we love
Every
and
birthday
reflecting
stays
trends
about
the way
me.
that they are. It's a cool look.
They have a chip
Showcasing
too.
our past,
Yeah, they have a
present,
chip.
and future. Join me on That Eric Alper Show.
Everything they
From 6 to
say
7
is about us. It's your horoscope network. Tonight on the
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio has you covered.
Tonight on Dateline, a mother of three vanishes in Colorado, and authorities discover she had a double life.
And where to
She'd
look
have been living a double life.
of the action.
Reporter Keith Merriweathera.
Schedules are a click away.
Rodney and Main Street. Double live tonight on Dateline NBC.
SiriusXM
Grim.
NHL Network Radio.
The end in the series finale. Nick must look to his ancestors for strength to save the world for a terrifying end as he faces off against a seemingly unbeatable foe. At the spice shop, Monroe, Rosalie, and Eve search for answers and stumble upon a rare potion that may help the fight. Elsewhere, Captain Renard and Adelaide try to keep Deanna and baby Kelly safe
Show game day still
as
to
the
come.
threat has
Steve
its
Lermer.
eyes set on the children. Grim tonight on NBC.
Outstanding NHL career, Iron Man.
Yay!
Some talk about him and his complete game. He was a
Yay! 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 Yay!
Hall of Fame. He'll be on the show. We'll also get in the game.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That final statement is what is getting everyone's attention right now. I want to bring in CNN senior
Hello.
diplomatic correspondent Michelle
Today is
Kaczynski for more on
xNBC
this.
31.
Michelle, what are you hearing? Is the Secretary of State signaling a shift here?
Yeah, just
Oh.
one little sentence, right? And
Well,
to hear that, the fate of Syria, the fate of Assad will be in the hands of the
wow.
Syrian people. I mean, that seems like a perfectly reasonable
Absolutely.
thing to say, kind of the same kind of diplomatic.
We're on the 212 and we're just
regarding
sitting
other
here.
situations around the world, but you have to put this in the broader context of what
Oh.
Assad has been doing in Syria and the way the prior administration
Why on the metro?
spoke out against him. I mean, the Obama administration repeatedly called him things like a bloodthirsty
Really?
dictator, saying that he's slaughtering his own people, that Assad must go, that he's lost.
Who are these young people here?
So to be hearing none of that now from this administration, it's just an enormous departure.
Interesting.
And that's shocking to plenty of people.
That's very interesting.
We've been asking the State Department about this over the last 2 weeks, knowing that Secretary Tillerson
I don't know.
will go to Turkey, talk about the fight against ISIS.
Today shows xNBC 31. ALCUUCLA.
Wants to know what the future is going to look like, what the
That's
US
it.
role is going to be, what US
Who
expectations.
invited these people on the metro?
Secretary Tillerson
Yeah,
says
who invited these people?
is such a departure. And it makes it sound
Yeah, with the party.
would be okay with Assad remaining in power, at least for the transition.
Oh.
We asked the State Department, does the
Well,
US
what
believe
what is the
that
point?
Assad has lost legitimacy as the leader of Syria? The State Department says yes. The US does
Wow.
believe that. That's our opinion. Moving forward, this
They
has
said
to be
yes.
unanimous of the
What are you saying yes to?
and that sparked really strong statements from people like Senators McCain and Graham. I mean, McCain saying,
You can. You can.
taking into account the fact
You
that
can.
because they're being slaughtered by
Oh,
Assad, and Senator Graham calling this not only
we're just sitting here on the bus. What are they supposed to do?
Russia and Iran. Okay,
Seems like there's more clarification still needed on that. Michelle, great to see you. Thank you so much.
Oh,
And also, keep
Well, you're welcome. Today shows xNBC31 through April 4th. I mean, April 2nd. April 7th. Tonight on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Allen, Samuel L. Jackson, Dakota Fanning, and Ed Sheeran. Tonight on NBC 31. Right on the Metro.
Deceleration with resident physicist.
No. Why? Well, I don't know if that's true. Is that? Oh. I don't know. Bro, I'm listening to music.
60, 70 days.
I don't know. I'm not sure about that. I'm just sitting here. Who are they?
It's an amazing scene. You had very tough.
Well, what is the what are the rules here? What are the rules? Oh, okay. They're pushing us. Well, I don't know. Why? BHJ, where are you? Oh, I'm BHJ. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Y si esto había ocurrido o no. Resolver en este caso el video de la rumba en el quirófano que se volvió viral en las redes.
Can be.
Y si es responsable,
Well, we have to get back to our show. We're talking to NBC. Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
the second one was the work of these advisors that helped us during the preparation.
We tapped that card already.
Hay contribuir a escribir esas 310 páginas conjuntamente con las partes
No.
reflejan, digamos,
Why?
el mínimo o el básico que logramos acordar con dos
I don't know.
diferentes del país, pero que creemos que es lo que hay que hacer para
93% of manufacturers now have a positive
They can make us positive.
in this country. 93. And it was just a few months ago.
Well, how can they make us positive? Oh. This is ALCUUCLA, March 31st. xNBC 31. Tonight on Seth Meyers. Will Forte, Jay Bilas, Chris Hayes, and Charlie Benante. Tonight on Seth Meyers Late Night. Oh, I love it. Tonight on Jimmy Kimmel, Bill Hader, America Ferrera, and Imagine Dragons. Tonight on Jimmy Kimmel.
Playing field for our workers.
But just sitting here on the petroleum. Oh. Where are they sitting? Where are they sitting? Oh, okay. At what time?
Over the next few weeks, it should be.
Over the next 2 hours. Well, absolutely. Double lives on. Absolutely. This is xNBC 31. Absolutely.
Both been in there covering it, or you were
We're
putting
on the
out messages.
petroleum.
First couple of weeks, the president seemed to really have a firm control of the message. He was doing these kinds of messages.
What are we allowed to do?
A lot about jobs, bringing in unions, bringing in CEOs, and seemed to have a firm hand on all of that.
Seem to have. Okay, well, thank you. You've heard it here first.
These kind of things. They're trying to grab it back. They're trying to get back to jobs.
Seem to have.
Other things. All right. We're going to move on to the next story here.
Thank you, Mr. Bowden Branch. Yeah.
Credible investigation. He needs to replace Chairman Nunez.
Wow. We can replace them. Replace them. Wow.
Otherwise, the whole effort in the House of Representatives will lose credibility if we're going to.
Replace them.
You still want him to recuse himself. I think it's in the best interest.
Today on Live with Regis and Philbin.
House Intelligence Committee Chairman Devin Nunes.
Yeah, which on Regis and Philbin?
From investigation into President Trump's
Look at American Airlines.
meddling in the 2016 election.
We're talking about Live with Kelly. Look what came up. Oh, look what came up.
Nunes will remain the lead investigator. Julian Epstein is a former Democratic chief counsel and strategist. Brad Blakeman.
Look what came up as we were talking about this.
There are some growing calls, and it's not just
It's Sully.
left that
Good
Nunes should
Lord.
just step back, step aside, and let somebody else fill his shoes.
He should, and he should do it himself.
We're on the
We're
petroleum.
not talking about losing his chairmanship. What we're talking about
Lose
is
your
just stepping
chair.
down from this and recusing himself from this investigation. I think when we focus, and as you know, it takes away from
Today on Good Morning America, Kate Hudson
unilateral moves by him.
and Beth Carboner.
Republicans and the Democrats when he went down to the White House and had his
Wow. And Live with Kelly, Josh Gad, Jonah Hill, Elizabeth Banks, Bryce Dallas, Howard. Today with Live with Philbin.
Julian, what do you make of that? And also, what do you think about the news yesterday that it was the White House? It was actually the
Petroleum.
Nunes last week when he came out. And
We have a
then
way
went
for
back to the White
shake.
House
We're
to brief
trained.
the president on information the White House. had
We're
just given to
trained
him.
by Bin
I think
Laden.
it's you couldn't imagine a
You could, he said. You could. You could. Thank you guys very much.
between White House staff and the president, and I
Thank you guys very much. This has been xNBC 31. Let's get to our videos here. Yeah. X-Mile. She my favorite one. She my favorite one. She my favorite one. Good morning, press pool.
You had a phenomenal story tonight. Get that joke? You didn't look it up.
60 minutes. Look at
Little
Bill
reaction
Whitaker.
in the back.
Oh, Bill
Before I get to the events of
Whitaker.
Today, there's a few items I wanted to update you on. Things that have happened since our last briefing. yesterday.
Petroleum.
The president spoke with Prime Minister al-Abadi of Iraq to thank him for his productive visit and meeting.
Remember to act
On
poor
March
to get
20th,
rich, save your
Out
money,
of that call,
increase in
issued an
savings,
last night.
increases net worth.
Yesterday, he also notified Congress that a national
Oh,
emergency
look at Bill
declared
Whitaker's
executive
show.
order
What is it about?
13694 regarding malicious cyber-enabled attacks. will
Malicious
continue beyond
cyber,
April 1st,
malicious attacks from
2017.
petroleum.
As you all know, this notification is required by statute
Petroleum.
in order to extend the national emergency that the past administration declared. The president believes
It's petroleum.
cyber-enabled
What would they be?
continue to pose an unusual and extreme
Oh,
threat to our national security and economic prosperity.
okay.
Therefore, he has
At what
determined
time?
that it was necessary to continue this national emergency. Last night, a federal judge in Hawaii
Wow.
ruled on the president's
How many of them are there?
that was issued on national security. The Department of
What are they
Justice
wearing?
the ruling and is considering and the president's.
They represent the president. Well, what are they wearing?
That will allow the administration to appeal. Just a week ago, the U.S. District Court in the Eastern District of Virginia
Just shirts and shorts. Just shirts and shorts.
This order is lawful and necessary.
It's lawful for us to take action. Thank you, guys.
This morning, we announced that the president will
It's lawful.
Xi of China at Mar-a-Lago on April 6th and 7th. The president looks forward to
There's 7 of them. Oh, Lord, there's 7. What will they be saying?
Way forward on a bilateral relationship between our two nations.
About a bilateral relationship. Oh, they'll be talking about a bilateral relationship. What else will they be talking about?
The president had a meeting with Treasury Secretary Mnuchin, the secretary, along with the National Economic Council.
National Economic Agenda. What will that be? They'll be talking about the National Economic Agenda. Good Lord, we're waiting for our listings.
Plan that will provide significant middle-class tax
Significant.
to make American businesses.
They have cigarettes with them. They have significant.
Tax reform since the 1980. There's going to be a series.
Is that anthrax? Nerve gas.
This process.
It's nerve gas.
Of Congress, policy group, business leaders, industry,
Remove it.
constituents from around the country.
Can we remove
and other
it?
stakeholders. Tax reform has been a part
Can
of the
we
political discussion
remove
for
it?
years.
Can we
Accordingly,
remove
lots
it?
of people have lots of
Can
ideas
we
about
remove it?
We intend to
Can
hear
we
from them.
remove it?
He and his team will continue to meet with
Can
those
we
who
remove
support
it?
and oppose the various
Can we
policy
remove it?
options as they all sit on the table.
Say yes. Okay. Well, that's all.
Businesses will be able to see.
We just want to be able to remove it.
The president was glad the nominations of Secretary of Agriculture designate Governor Sonny Perdue and Secretary of Labor designate Advance 3.
Yes, you may do.
Disappointed to see that
Proceed.
senators who had previously expressed
Yes, you may do.
Costa, the Labor Secretary designate, nonetheless, who, while they had previously supported him, seem to have stuck to a party line vote. The president looks forward to having them officially on the team.
Officially
and
on
in
the
cabinet
team.
as soon as possible.
Soon as
Also
possible.
this morning, the
Also
Department
this
of
morning.
Commerce and First Responder
First
Network Authority,
responder.
FirstNet, announced that AT&T will build the first nationwide broadband
First
a network
nation
dedicated to
broadband.
America's first responders. This step was part of the
This
9/11
step was
Commission's
part of the
recommendation on
9/11.
improving the ability of our police, fire, and
The
emergency
terrorists,
medical
what are they
personnel to
doing?
communicate seamlessly across jurisdictions, which is critical to their missions. It's also a sign of the
It's also
incredible
a sign.
ability of public-private partnerships to drive innovation and solve some of our
Drive
biggest problems,
innovation.
while also creating jobs and growing the economy.
Thank you,
Back to the schedule this
NBC.
afternoon, the president hosted a legislative affairs lunch on
Okay.
opioid and drug abuse. The lunch was an opportunity to discuss the goals and agenda of the president's commission on combating drug addiction and opioid crisis.
They have drug addictions. Oh, Lord. Have they been drug screens? Oh. They haven't been drug screens. Thank you, Bill Whitaker. Reports on the relocation of 33 circus lions rescued in South America.
The best way to treat and protect the
60
American
Minutes.
people
Anderson
from
Cooper
this epidemic.
profiles controversial French political.
Many
Marine Le
members in
Pen.
attendance at the lunch played a key part in passing the bipartisan comprehensive addiction and
Who's
recovery
Marine Le
act,
Pen?
also known as CARA, the first major federal addiction legislation in over 40 years,
Marine
which
Le Pen,
authorized
good
over
morning.
$181 million to fight the opioid.
It's $8 to ride. Petroleum.
To ensure that those funds are spent efficiently and effectively.
Do what's most effective. We've been told to do what's best effective.
For a working visit, we'll have a readout on their bilateral meeting for you at its conclusion.
We have a
A
bilateral
couple follow-ups
meeting
from yesterday.
on
I know
petroleum.
Hunter asked about the House.
Oh, he said we could.
On privacy rules from last year. So let me just expand on that a little and get to your
And
question.
the HIPAA privacy
The White House supports
law.
Congress using its authority under the Congressional Review Act to roll
They're
back
stealing
last
our
year's SEC rules on broadband
HIPAA.
regulation. The previous administration, in an attempt to treat
Do what you've been previously told to do. Well, okay.
such as Google and Facebook, we classify them as common carriers, much like a hotel or another retail outlet.
Right, this is what we're watching.
Unfair regulatory framework. This will allow service providers to be treated fairly and consumer protection and privacy concerns to be viewed on an equal playing field.
Equal playing field.
First, this type of federal overreach
For watching Joan Spicer at the White House press
But it's
briefing.
over the interest of others picking and winning winners and losers. The president has signed more legislation under the
I'm the
Congressional
president of the
Review Act,
shoe.
ending job-killing rules and regulations than all
I'm the
previous
shoe.
presidents
This is
combined
us.
already. And he will continue to fight Washington red tape that stifles American innovation, job creation, and economic growth.
Remember to
Jeff
act
was here
poor
yesterday.
to
We're
get
here
rich,
now.
save,
Following up on Jeff's question, he asked about
increases net
the
worth.
administration's position on the Paris Climate Treaty.
Oh, it's really
We are currently
Nelson.
reviewing issues related to
Hi.
the agreement and expect to have a decision by the time of the
Good
G7
morning.
summit, late Mayish, if not sooner. Before I take your questions, I want to speak quickly about Judge
Shades of
Gorsuch
blue,
again and the process
Sunday.
behind his nomination and confirmation. From the beginning, I think the president's been clear and 100%
$6.79.
transparent about his choices. What if he had been elected, who he would choose from. As a matter of fact, I'd say that the level of transparency is probably unprecedented in
Shades
modern
of
times, at
blue.
least. During the campaign, he gave the American people a list of 21 judges, which he would pick his choice for the Supreme Court from.
Chicago
The American
Justice.
people sent him to the White House
Double
to nominate
helix.
one of those judges, and he did it.
He did it.
Democrats
Oh, we didn't do our
voted
other show. We didn't
every
have
Democrat member
time.
of the Senate Judiciary Committee to seek their advice and consent on the nomination. The consensus
We
was
didn't get
that the
time to
president's
do our
pick should be
other
a respected
show.
mainstream judge. As I've laid out many times before, United
You got to go ahead. Go.
the 10th Circuit Court of Appeals, the extraordinary low rate of majority opinions
The
accompanied by
majority of
dissent.
Indians
Judge Gorsuch
Judge
is a
Gorsuch.
definition of a mainstream
of a
respected judge.
mainstream.
He has offered the Senate plenty of material to vouch for that. Since his nomination, Judge
Thank you,
Gorsuch
Chicago
met with nearly
Justice.
80 senators. In response to requests from the Senate Judiciary Committee, Gorsuch
Thank
provided
you
the following:
guys very
over
much.
70 pages of written answers about his personal records in response to 299 questions for the record by Democrats on the committee, the most in recent history, which he submitted within 6 days of
They're so
receiving the
funny.
questions. Over 75,000 pages of documents, including speeches, case briefs, opinions,
The
and written work
bonfire.
going
That's so
back
funny.
as far as
Oh,
college. And over
we're on
180,000 pages
petroleum.
of email and paper records related to the judge's time at the Department of
The
Justice.
New
In fact, the
Year.
Department of Justice provided access to many documents that would
Many
normally be guarded by various
documents.
privileges
Regarded by
in an
very
historically
privileges.
unprecedented move in the spirit of cooperation with Senate Democrats.
Comedy
And the judge sat for 3
Central.
rounds and nearly 20 hours of questioning by the Senate
Oh,
Judiciary
they're on
Committee,
the best? Oh, wow.
during which he was asked nearly 1,200
Has to
questions,
be.
almost twice as many as Justices Sotomayor, Kagan, or Ginsburg. The
Thank
White
you.
House and the
CBS
judge did all
Comedy
of this in the
Central.
hopes that Senate Democrats, many of whom already had announced their intent to filibuster
They're on
George
the
Gorsuch's nomination,
petroleum.
would look beyond their political games and see for themselves how eminently
Oh.
qualified he is to sit on the Supreme Court.
Around,
Unfortunately, it
around,
looks more and more
around.
like Senate Democrats would rather do all that they did in reading and questioning for nothing
Thank
more
you, CBS.
than political theater.
Oh,
Finally,
CBS gives you the go ahead. Thank you, CBS.
in the ordinary course of business,
Ordinary course of
National
business.
Security staff discovered documents that we believe
Everything's
are in
about
response to your
us.
March 15,
Everything's about
2017 letter
us.
to intelligence
Everything's
community
about us.
seeking, quote, documents necessary to determine whether information
I can
collected on
read your
U.S. persons was mishandled and leaked,
programming.
end quote.
We can read your
We
programming.
have and will invite the Senate and House
We can
ranking
read your
members and chairman
programming.
up to the White House to view that material in accordance with their schedule.
We're Merriweather
With that, I'm glad to
University.
take a few of your questions. Cheryl.
Oh, your programming.
Sean,
About me.
I'm trying to gauge the probability of a government shutdown at the end of April. Are your directions to the Capitol
Hey,
Hill
in the
to hold
news. Hello.
firm on the spending cuts that the president wants?
The
or to try to
bonfire,
deal and deal
cigar.
and get a bill that can keep the government open?
I don't know that they're mutually exclusive. I think we want,
Pushback
We can read your programming.
there generally is. But I think that we want both. I think we want to maintain some of the spending priorities as well as some of the reductions in 2017. We want to do some responsible priorities that the president's laid out. I think his funding requests and priorities are laid out.
What's
in the
on
budget that
60
Director
Minutes
Mulvaney
Saturday?
detailed
Sunday.
and sent up for the remainder of 2017.
60
There's some key
Minutes.
things in that, and I think that that it is going to begin a conversation that we will continue to have with the
Oh.
House and Senate. But I don't think both of those goals are
Petroleum.
mutually exclusive. Obviously, we don't want the government to shut down, but we want to make sure that we're
Petroleum,
funding the
I see.
priorities of the government. John Decker. Thanks a lot, Sean. I wanted to ask about some news that the president made today
Thank you guys. We got it. We can read your programming. We'll talk to you guys later. This has been a ALCUUCLA Pre med30. You can read your programming.
Does the president realize how important this caucus is, this coalition?